Is she?
いい加減にしろよ、前原圭一。お前、命を狙われてるって自覚あるのかよ。
I feel like you messed up there. You said that out loud. Also, it's like Gollum and like, but, I'm terrible with impressions. But I'm like, but Rena was just looking out for me. Gollum, they're out to kill you. That was terrible. Moving on, just ignore me. And better than you burst those words out loud. Oh dear. Hearing myself say that so directly left me dumbfounded for a few moments. Afterwards I had to look around to check if anyone else heard it. My little soliloquy cut a little too close to the truth. Even though I could feel the murderous intent from Renner and the others, part of me somewhere was still trying to deny that. This late in the game, such hesitation could be fatal. Yes, treat it as a game, just like the club activities. This is just another one of the club activities. I knew that. But I was just your average student, a man living his normal, ordinary life. Do you think I could suddenly believe that my friends, who I'd been happily laughing together with up until last Sunday, now intended to kill me? Right? Yeah, you seem like you're going mad. This time... Oh, that sounded like a shout. This time I remembered to keep my voice down so only I could hear it. There was one thing I now understood. I was too soft. I didn't completely understand how dangerous Renner and the rest of them were. No, I wasn't trying to understand. Now you have to absolutely beat them at every game. I was too soft for not listening to Oishi-san when he was earnestly showing me the heart of the matter. I didn't listen because I was too busy pretending to be dejected. I didn't comprehend it. I was just running away. I didn't comprehend it, so nobody had any notion to try to kill me. I needed to get rid of such naive thoughts. As I made that resolution, I heard the bell signalling the end of class. So soon. The day was already over. I didn't recall eating lunch or doing anything in class. My friends were putting their desks together in preparation for club activities. Not long ago, I would probably have happily jumped into that circle. The way Satoka spoke was so typical and familiar, it almost physically hurt. Oh, Rena's cute, but seeing Rena's expression, which said she was really looking forward to today, was hard to take. Hey, Keiichi, maybe Oishi-san's just some enormous jerk trying to separate me from the others by lying to me. Slap. Trying to expunge such weak-minded thinking, I slapped myself in the face. Poor Shmiko. Yeah. Was Rena really trying to kill me? I wish someone would tell me it was a hoax. I didn't care if it was actually one or not. I just wanted someone to say it was. Gah. Yet another weak-willed thought. How did I ever become this naive? I wonder what would happen if he said, if he asked about the, needle, sewing needle in the mochi. Apparently that's how my inner dilemma appeared to Rena. That's maybe a bit dangerous. Remember what Mion told you? Upon hearing that I wasn't going to participate in the club meeting, Mion pouted unhappily.
ケイちゃんがリベンジ熱望してたってんで、今日はせっかくこの間の推理ゲームにしたってのにな。
ケイチさんにはリターンマッチに臨む熱いハートはありませんですの?
Nasty. Yes, treat the whole thing like the game. You must do everything to survive.
情けないですわね。
Losing it has the ultimate consequence. I wouldn't fall for some dumb taunt. Without even a real retort, I just grabbed my bag and was about to get up. Someone's hand perched itself gently on my head. Rika-chan?
ケイチ、具合悪そうです。かわいそうですよ。
It was Rika-chan. She was stretched up as far as she could, doing her best to pat my head with her petite hand. Felt so nice, which made things even harder.
ごめんな。みんな。じゃ。
That's all I said as I quickly left the classroom. They said something to me as I was leaving, but I couldn't make it out. I managed to make it all the way to the entrance in that state of mind. Took out my shoes, put them on, and went forward. Hard on that heart, Keiichi Maibara. They were, for some unfathomable reason, trying to kill me. They were plotting something devious, watching my every move. But I couldn't hate them. Because, weren't they my friends? Part of me lamented my naivety. While another part lamented the fact that I'd lost something important by lamenting over it in the first place. It felt like my personality was being ripped in two, along with my body. If this is what Oyashiro-sama's curse was like, then it was just too harsh. Hey, Oyashiro-sama, I was wrong for not believing in your curse, but I believe in it now. You shouldn't be there. Completely. Your curse does exist. So seriously, give me a break. I beg you. Come on. Higurashi this early? Okay. Well, it's nighttime now. Dinner was unusually bland. It had no flavour or aroma. The miso soup that normally tantalised my appetite instead tasted like nothing but boiled water. Dad was eating with us that night. It was a rare occurrence in this household. When he got into his work, he ate and slept on his own schedule. My dad never cared about the time. Since my dad was at the dinner table, it either meant he had just reached a good point to take a break, or he was in a slump.
とにかく作家のモチベーションってものを理解してないんだよ彼は。
タイアップの話だって口約束なんでしょ。そんなに反りが合わないならきっぱりお断りしたら。
助け合いの世界だからお互い様だとは思うんだけど、これじゃ仕事にな。
I wasn't able to pick out much of my mum and dad's conversation, but I could tell it wasn't a very pleasant topic. That, of course, made the disgusting food even less appealing. Staring listlessly at the exchange between my parents, my mind wandered after the same thought process I had going on all day. Friends close to me. No, they used to be friends, but I could no longer trust them. Right now I was greatly lacking in allies. People I trusted, people I could depend on, when push came to shove. There was something I just didn't have. Parents? Having just one ally would have been incredibly reassuring in the currently hopeless situation I was in. Put down my chopsticks and looked over at my parents who were still talking about work. First course of action that came to mind was to tell my parents everything. Currently, there wasn't a single person from Hinamazawa I could trust, 100%. That meant the only people I could trust were my parents, right? You can trust your parents, right? Right? But if I told them everything that happened up until now, would they understand? Rena, for example. The neighbourly Rena, He was so diligent in looking after me. Came to get me every day. And sometimes brought over a share of what she made. How could I explain? But she wanted to kill me. No matter how I explained, it would probably be difficult for anybody to comprehend. My somewhat eccentric dad wouldn't understand, and my high-strung mum would probably drag me off to a psychiatrist in the blink of an eye. Sadly, that was the amount of trust that existed in our relationship. Wow, that is sad. Even if they did come to understand, what could they possibly do? Unless they could uncover the truth, they wouldn't be able to protect me. No, by informing them of these unnecessary things, I'd be putting my parents in danger as well. Maybe, like, escape, go to a different part of the country. Yeah, that was probably hard for them to do. Considering that the victims in past incidents were often married couples, I couldn't even joke about it. Yeah, so next year it's going to be you and Rena, right? For the entire Mahabharata family to have an accident, or to just vanish into thin air, was easily possible in Hiname's hour. What was important here was that knowing something unnecessary put you in danger. The most unsettling question was, how did they know that I knew? As long as they didn't know, my parents might not fall victim. That was one way to think about it, I guess. At least, it was like that in my case. After I found out, things started becoming odd. In other words, it meant the following. As long as my parents didn't know anything, nothing would happen to them. Which means that this house would be a safe haven as long as my parents were in. I knew these were just assumptions based on conjecture on top of conjecture. Wanting this house to be a safe haven, that was the pinnacle of my weak-willed method of thinking. I had to concede that it was not completely safe. It was only safer than the outside. I knew that I couldn't rely on my parents. No, I couldn't risk getting my parents involved. The only person who could be my ally would be Oishi-san, him and him alone. He was the only person who understood the situation I was in. He didn't care so much about my safety, but he was without a doubt passionate about solving this case. It was a bit frustrating. Oishi-san was basically the whole reason I was in this mess. Now to get out of it I had to rely on him. In for a penny, in for a pound. Meaning, it was all going according to his devices. I know it was just my job to look appetizing while bobbing in the waves as bait. Then, when the fish started gathering around, Oishi-san would pull up the big hole. It was slightly infuriating, but even I thought that was the best course of action. So then, what should I do? Patience was the first rule of fishing. Just keep waiting until the fish actually bites. But I wasn't simply bait. There were lots of ways for me to struggle before being devoured. When they struck, I needed to somehow dodge just enough and tag out to Oishi-san. No question, it was going to be hard. The timing to bring Oishi-san in would be difficult. He was in the city, not in Hinamezawa. So if I found him in my moments of need, it would take him about 30 minutes to reach me. So I needed to run away for those 30 minutes. For example, if we set up a rendezvous for dire situations or something, I just have to hide out there until Oishi-san arrived.
よし、少し見えてきたぞ。
I was still being chased around in the dark by boogeymen, but now I knew which way to go. I would never have imagined this would be so reassuring. But yeah, probably be best if I had a concealed weapon for when things go rough. Typically that would call for a switchblade, but that wasn't too reassuring for combat. Also, since it was recognized as a weapon by the public, that also wasn't good. Really, when the time comes, a long weapon like a bat would work in my favour. I remembered there was a metal bat at school. I could be confident with that when push comes to shove. Pretended I was practicing my swing, and it wouldn't be suspicious for me to always carry it around. I could go to school early tomorrow and secure it. Just possessing a weapon may be enough to deter them, or won't. Also, one more thing. Endurance. Be something like a note or memo. You could write down everything that's happened as a sort of journal. In case I suddenly vanished, the journal would be left behind. My journal in his possession, Oishi-san should be able to avenge my death. I left my parents engrossed in their conversation about work and went back to my room. I tore out a piece of paper from my notebook and made my way to my desk. Last time I wrote a journal was for summer homework in elementary school. Oof, look at the time. Yeah. I mean, I think it's been something like that for me too. I don't remember the last time I wrote a journal. On the off chance something bad happens, at least could use my diary as a lead. So I should only write down the facts. How should I start? I jotted down all my thoughts as they came. I, Keiichi Maibara, am in fear for my life. I'm probably actually going to split this episode into like 2 parts in post. Oops. It made me laugh nervously. It was a line that showed up often in detective stories. I never even dreamed that I would be in the type of situation where I'd write one myself. I do not know why they are after my life. None of the others were suspicious, but I had no proof. That's why I couldn't write anything more. I laughed wryly at myself for writing such a passage draped in mystery. Will the police be able to get the hint from reading this enigmatic passage? What if Ren or the others find it first? I could only pray that they would. What I prayed for the most though, so this journal never needed to play its part. Here, I laughed nervously. It was too simple, so I wrote down one more line I just thought of. Maybe hide it underneath the tatami. The only thing I know is that it has to do with Oyashiro-sama's curse. Is that too much? I probably shouldn't write more than that. If I wrote any more, then it would seem like I was just delusional. In order to appear to the reader that the person who had written this was of sound mind, I chose not to write anything else beyond that point. I just needed to add more as I learned more about the truth. Thought of paper and thought about a place to hide it. By hiding it somewhere obvious, there was a chance that they would uncover it instead. On the other hand, if it was too obscure a location, then there was a risk of nobody finding it at all. In the end, I decided to take my clock off the wall and stick my folded note on the back with Scotch tape. After that, I put the clock back into its normal position. Yeah. It didn't look like anything was hidden behind it. Now I needed to set it up such that, if anything happens to me, my parents could find it. I looked at it from countless angles until I was satisfied, and I made my way downstairs. My parents were still talking about work. It didn't look like it was going to end anytime soon, so I cut in.
話中ごめん。ちょっと聞いてもらっていいかな。
I never started off a conversation like that before, so my parents were both startled. They stopped talking and turned towards me.
どうしたのケイイチ？
お願いがあるんだけど、聞いてほしいんだ。もしもだよ。
圭一、急ぎの話じゃなきゃ後にしなさい。お父さんとお母さんはちょっと今、急ぎの話をしてるんだ。
I didn't think their talk was more urgent than mine. In any case, I stated my request.
もしもだよ。俺が死んだらさ。
Both my parents were in widest sources.
死んだらさ、俺の部屋にある時計、あれを棺に入れてほしいんだ。
If they did that, then they'd probably find it. My memoir. Both my parents remained wide-eyed, not moving an inch. I couldn't blame them.
あの時計、工作の授業で作ったお気に入りなんだ。頼むよ。
どうしたのケイイチ？何かあったの？
No, nothing. Mom was finally was finally able to ask me a question with a questioning gaze. I have no idea how many times I messed that up. I don't even remember how I messed that up, but okay. Of course, this was normal response for when someone's son suddenly talked about a subject like this. I felt bad about making them worry, but right now I just wanted them to think about the clock in my room. The awkward mood leaving the room in silence, I decided to go back up to my room.
俺さ、明日は早くに学校に行きたいから、もうおやすみ。
Saying only that, I left the living room. I need to get to school early tomorrow and secure that bat. I should make today the last day I went to school with Rona. As I climbed the stairs, I heard my mum call my name, but I pretended not to hear her. It wasn't something I could talk about with my parents. If I talked about it, it would only make things more dangerous. The fight that had begun was mine and mine alone. I couldn't rely on anybody. I wouldn't be killed. Not when I still knew nothing. Not feeling so hot. Chasing shadows. Yeah, since I'm splitting this part up anyway, I keep going for a bit longer.
最近圭一くんの元気がないね。機嫌が悪いのかな。
さーて、どうしたんだろうね。恋の病にでもかかってるんじゃないの？
It seems out of place for them to have this conversation if it's just them.
みーちゃん、それ飛躍しすぎ。どう思う？
さあね。ケイちゃんひょっとしてかな。
Ooh, maybe they are talking about something.
わかんない。
But want to hide it from their classmates?
あの日、ケイちゃんと車で話してたの。中年のでっぷりした男だったんでしょ？
うん、間違いない。
大石のやつ、ケイちゃんに何を吹き込んでるのかな。
真剣そうだったよ。ケイチ君は顔面蒼白だった。
Going to end soon since having it plugged in means that it makes too much noise for the mic.
あのね、レナはよく知らないだろうけど。
And so with that, leaving you on this very specific cliffhanger. Hope everything goes well. Hope you enjoyed. Leave any feedback in the comments. And see you next time. See ya.